want to talk about in today's video is supply drops, or whether supply drops will be available to us in Call of Duty World War 2. Hey everyone, Elvis Peely here today. Hopefully you're having an awesome day so far. So as you can see, we're back on Battlefield 1, ready to start another discussion video. My last video that I done like this style was vehicles in Call of Duty. I think I made that video a couple of weeks back, 3 weeks ago I believe. I mean, it could be longer, I could be just losing track of all my uploads. But it was roughly 3 weeks though, and you guys seem to enjoy it and smash it with a load of support. So if you want to leave a like on this video, I hate kind of asking for likes at the start of videos because you've obviously not seen the video and that just makes it liking for no reason. But if you want to support me on this video, then make sure to give it a like. Let's aim for 15 likes, and if we can hit 15 likes, then that'll be absolutely awesome. So without further ado, let's get into today's topic. So what I want to talk about in today's video is supply drops, or whether supply drops will be available to us in Call of Duty World War 2. Now, supply drops, whether you love them, whether you hate them, they came to us in Advanced Warfare. Some people liked them, some people hated them. Personally, I had mixed emotions, I always say this, but there's a big topic and there's a big question for me and a lot of people in the community is whether supply drops will be available to us when playing Call of Duty World War 2, and if so, what kind of things will be available in them? Will we get flashy camos? Will we get DLC guns? Or what will we get? Will we get customization? A load of the community is asking, and here and today I'm going to be breaking down my thoughts and opinions and just predictions for Call of Duty World War 2 and how they'll go about bringing supply drops into Call of Duty World War 2. That being if they do it or if they don't do it. So thinking back on it now, it all started round about 2014 when Advanced Warfare came to us with supply drops and the new way to gain loot. It brought a new way to get new items rather than it just being DLC. It kind of added more excitement and more intensity to the game. Now, you couldn't buy supply drops in the early stages of Advanced Warfare, so you'd have to play and play and play until you gained at least 3 supply drops, and then you could open a couple of supply drops and maybe get a new gun that can enhance your gaming experience in the game. So really, if you think about it, Advanced Warfare kind of had a point to it where supply drops came in. Now, supply drops were at a very early stage, so Sledgehammer Games, the developers of Advanced Warfare, probably didn't know what they were getting themselves into. As you could buy supply drops, people were playing the game non-stop, trying to save up supply drops, and people would make insane supply drop opening videos where they got 10 supply drops because it took that long to get at least 9 supply drops that it was just an insane supply drop opening. So it was making people play Advanced Warfare a hell of a lot, more than any other Call of Duty probably, all to get these new guns that were in supply drops. Now, as Advanced Warfare created COD points so you could buy supply drops, it slowly became into a more pay-to-win system. But the real question is if supply drops will be in World War 2, and how will they work, what will be in them, and you know, just how will supply drops work? So first of all, to start it off, will supply drops be in the game? What do you think, Luke? Now, predicting how much money Sledgehammer Games earned in the past from Advanced Warfare supply drops, I personally think that it'd just be dumb for them not to put supply drops in. Obviously, the community would probably think different and not want supply drops in the game because it kind of makes it a more pay-to-win game. But from a business standpoint, you can kind of see that they'll probably do it because it just makes more money for them, and what business wouldn't want to make more money, to be honest? Now, even though Sledgehammer Games will probably implement this system into World War 2, what will be contained in the supply drops? Will it be just cosmetics? Will it be DLC guns? What will be in these supply drops, and how will you be able to get these supply drops to open them and craft things? And how will you even unlock these supply drops? Will you just have to full out pay for them? Will you be able to unlock them with crypto keys, kind of like Black Ops 3? Now, all my information that I'll probably be linking to World War 2 will be based off Advanced Warfare, since Sledgehammer Games developed Advanced Warfare and they're also developing World War 2. But to be completely honest, I think the way Infinity Ward does it with Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, I think that way is the most successful and best way to be able to get supply drops, unlock stuff, and just have a super fun time. So as I was saying, Modern Warfare Remastered, the way it works is you play a countless amounts of games, getting depot credits, and then with those depot credits, or Black Ops 3 version crypto keys, you can then open supply drops, and then you'll get something called salvage, which as you build up salvage from supply drops, you can then use the salvage to craft weapons, such as DLC weapons, or calling cards even. This is the most successful way because all you really have to do is play the game, open supply drops, and then you can unlock DLC guns through a crafting method. This would probably be the most successful way for World War 2 to implement supply drops and the whole supply drop method and depot. So that's my opinion on how they would do it. But the main question I want to know is, do we know anything that will be contained in supply drops in World War 2? Now, Sledgehammer Games, the developers, have also answered this question on what will be contained in supply drops. It's been mentioned and confirmed that only cosmetic items will be contained in supply drops. But at the same time, if you remember way back in 2015, Black Ops 3 or Treyarch, the developers of Black Ops 3, said that it was only going to be cosmetic items in supply drops, which meant that there'd only be customization items such as helmets or, you know, things that can customize your appearance in the game. But a couple months later, after the release of the game, DLC guns were added into the game. So basically Treyarch completely lied to our faces. So they obviously did lie, and DLC guns were added later into the game. So really, when we're told that there's only going to be cosmetic items, we're never truly promised if they're telling the truth. So what I'm thinking obviously is, are they lying? Will they add DLC guns in after a couple of months of the game releasing? If they were going to honestly do it, which I really hope they don't, because it's just going to make the game just a normal standard Call of Duty, and there's nothing going to be special about it, because you'll get mowed down by someone with the most overpowered gun, and you'll be at a huge disadvantage if you don't have the better guns that are DLCs. I've said this countless amount of times in my previous videos. If you really don't have the DLC guns or the most overpowered guns in the game, you're just not going to have as much fun with the person with the massive amounts of DLC guns that can kill you in 3 seconds. But my favourite game for DLC guns is not Black Ops 3 in fact, it's in fact MWR. Now, even though I kind of disagree with the DLC gun method of implementing DLC guns, even though people still buy supply drops in MWR, I feel like I'm not as forced to buy them, because you can still easily get them, as you're technically not kind of gambling for your guns. If you buy supply drops, all you're really getting is more salvage points, and then you can obviously, when you have enough salvage points, you can craft your gun. But if you play the game as much as I will probably do when it comes out, if they use this method, I'll get as much crypto keys or whatever they call it, I'll unlock a load of supply drops, and then hopefully gain as much salvage as possible so I can unlock the guns. So in conclusion, Sledgehammer Games, the developers, or in specific the directors of World War II, have confirmed that it's going to be cosmetic items only, so that means no DLC guns will be added into supply drops. But technically that doesn't mean that they're not going to add DLC weapons into the game further after the release. They could just implement it a different way, so you can buy them with a map pack, like the way Black Ops 2 did it with the Peacekeeper. So that's where I'm going to wrap the video up, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video talking about supply drops and the future of supply drops in World War II, then make sure to give it a like. Let's try to reach 15 likes on today's video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, become one of the elite squad, and as always, it has been your boy LSP Elite, and I'm signing off. Peace, have a nice day, guys, and bye.